Thank you very much for having me on
This meeting
today.
is being recorded.
Sure, then I think you can just kick in. Thank you so much. Ben, if you're speaking, you're mute.
I will go ahead and share my screen for everyone. Just a moment. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Hello, this is the comms orientation for the Data Quality Internship 2022. First of all, welcome to all of you. I'm sure a lot of people have been welcoming you, but once again, welcome. It was a competitive process, and this is a really great opportunity, and we love having the interns aboard. You do a lot of great work helping with validation and creating high quality data throughout your time here. And we also love seeing how members of the internship oftentimes stay involved in the community and continue giving back and being leaders in the community and getting great new opportunities even long after the internship is over. So really looking forward to all of this. So let's go, let me get into my presentation. I am Benjamin Dills, the Communications Associate for the HOT Global team. I also have colleagues in each of the hubs who, if you're, you may have opportunities to meet later, or if you're interested in communications, I highly encourage you to have coffee with the Communications Associates in the hubs in the regions that you are based. My responsibility as the Global Communications Associate is I take care of HOT's global social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I also take care of things like posting to our blog, the newsletter, events, and those kinds of things. And we love featuring the data quality interns on those channels. This is a list of links to all of the social media channels that HOT has, including the hub accounts. If you would like to follow us on any of these platforms or follow the hubs, particularly hubs for regions that you are personally based in, there they are in the chat. So you can click on them. So we really love talking about the experiences that the data quality interns have during your time here at HOT. And so I do want to re-emphasize what Becky and Sophie talked to you about in the first welcome meeting. Please do take the weekly reporting seriously. In addition to helping us track what impact the data quality interns are having on our mapping data quality, it also is where I draw from for communicating about the experiences of the interns. So here are 4 interns that we had in previous years, just to give you an example of the ways in which we feature the experiences of the interns. We share these kinds of quotes and photos on social media. So you will also have the opportunity to be featured this way. It's a nice way of getting your profile elevated, getting more exposure and visibility in the open mapping space. And in addition to quotes like this on social media, we also, you have the option of submitting a blog post about your experience. And so this is one such blog post from a former data quality intern from last year. So this is, you certainly are not required to submit a blog post during the course of your experience or after. It is something that is totally optional that you can do. But again, it's a nice way of sort of increasing your exposure and visibility to get the biggest impact out of your experience here. Now, I also want to reemphasize the scrapbook that Sophie and Becky have created for each of you. This will be extremely valuable for us, both in tracking the impact of the internship, as I mentioned, and also hearing what your experiences are. And so to that end, I do want to emphasize that part of the purpose with the scrapbook is not just learning about, it's not just learning about what you mapped and how much you mapped. It's also learning about your actual personal experience, like how you feel about what's going on, what you're finding most exciting, what you're finding personally most valuable. The kinds of experiences we like to share from the interns are really that more personally oriented. Why are you glad that you took this internship? What things have you been finding challenging? How have you grown? How have you built this network of peers, colleagues, and friends all over the world through the data quality internship? One of the things that's always very heartening to see every year is how one of the things that the interns find most valuable, we've seen again and again, is that they get this network of friends and colleagues all over the world. So please do take the scrapbook seriously as you fill it out, and tap into that sort of more personal reflections. Now, so those are sort of the opportunities that you have to interface with comms, sort of having your experience shared and increasing your professional profile. I do want to say two things. First, it is your choice whether or not you want to have Hot share your experience. If you would prefer to be more private, you are certainly you can indicate that on the questionnaire that I am sharing right now. This is a questionnaire that we asked for you to fill out. Just the very first question is, do you want to be featured individually during the course of the internship? If you respond yes, then we'll take that opportunity to have these kinds of highlights. Let me get back to the highlights like this, where we're really featuring you and your thoughts and reflections. If for whatever reason you prefer not to have that kind of exposure, you can indicate no here, and then we'll just we will use your name and photo in the context of things like the blog post where we shared all of your bios that we shared earlier this week, and also some group social media posts that we'll be making during the course of the internship, just like listing like here are all the countries that our interns are from. But we won't focus on you individually. It will only be the name and the photo that you've already shared. You don't, and again, that is your choice in the questionnaire. The other thing is, if you want to be talking about your experience on your own social media, you are welcome to do that. So if you have a LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter account, you are welcome to talk about your experience as an intern. But if you are going to be talking about your experience as an intern publicly, we do ask that you read through both the Hot Code of Conduct. You should read through the Hot Code of Conduct anyway, just because you are going to be, working with us for the next few months. Then we also have a page of guidance for social media. The social media guidance for personal accounts is there to make sure that this is primarily because as an organization that works in humanitarian settings, which can oftentimes be very politically fraught, it is important for us to make sure that people who are publicly identifying themselves as employees of HOT aren't saying anything on social media that would endanger our access to situations that are challenging for humanitarian or political reasons. You can read in more detail in the personal social media guidance. But yeah, it's just the basic idea is don't say anything that could cast HOT in a not just a negative light, but particularly a impartial, make HOT seem biased or interested, having an undue interest in situations that we are involved in. Please do take time to read those. This comms orientation is pretty quick, so I'll actually open up the floor to any questions that you have about how we might be featuring you on social media or elsewhere during the course of the internship, and also give you this time now that you can quickly fill out that form and save the code of conduct and the guidance for personal social media accounts. And then the final item on the little questionnaire is in the scrapbook, you have the option of sharing your social media accounts on this page. Please, if you want us to follow you and potentially amplify what you're saying and what your experience is, you can add your social media profiles there. But again, that is your discretion, that is your choice. If you prefer not to have us following you on social media, if you just use a Twitter for personal relationships and for personal reasons, not professional, that's totally fine. We don't have to follow you. So it's entirely your choice whether or not you include your social media information there. Does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask me at this time?
Please feel free to type in
No.
if you have any. You can just unmute yourself and speak. While Ben is here, any questions you have to put when you want to post anything? Do you have any queries? Anything? Let's say.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, Bill. I have a question.
Go ahead.
I talk in the form that you sent. You talk about the. There is a question which you talk about. Do you want to be featured individually during the course of the internship? Maybe I needed some elaboration to be featured. To be featured, how? Maybe in the training or what?
That is, so what we have done in the past with interns is we have created graphics for social media like this. And let me also just want let me also pull up an example from on Twitter as well.
Okay. Hello.
Hi. Yes, I'm currently scrolling through Twitter to find an example.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just taking me a couple moments. I have to scroll back in time a little bit to find it. Oh, here's a good example. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again.
Okay.
Ben, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. Because there was audio in that video that I was just sharing, it muted my microphone. But yes, here I will also share a link to this tweet in question. If you indicate that you would potentially like to be featured in hot social media, I will periodically review your scrapbook to see if there are interesting quotes. I might follow up with you to get more information, to ask more about something. I might invite you to, if you have the time and interest, to write a blog post and perhaps create a video similar to that one from Chulwei. And I will also follow you on social media as the hot social accounts, and will potentially retweet things that you say about the internship or open mapping. If you prefer not to have me following you like that and potentially amplifying things that you're saying and sharing, then indicate no on the form. Social media is ultimately your space. So it's your discretion, it's your choice whether you want us to follow you on social media or not. So you can just indicate no if you prefer not to have me following your Twitter account, say, or Facebook and such. In which case, what I'll do is just periodically I'll share social media posts about the data quality internship as a whole, and I might include each person's photo in each person's name, but I won't go into any more detail than that.
Ben,
Also,
there's one more question in chat.
Okay, just one other thing I want to say. Some people specifically use LinkedIn or Twitter for professional purposes and like Facebook for personal purposes or some other combination. You only share in your scrapbook the social media profiles that you want us to follow. So if you just use Facebook for personal reasons and you use Twitter for professional reasons, then you can share your Twitter account in your scrapbook. I'll follow you on Twitter, but I won't follow you on Facebook. So it's your choice which profiles you share with us. Okay, so the other question in chat is, can I use my social media as a diary and tell my followers step by step about my progress in the internship? Yes, you can. The one caveat, the one thing to be careful about is please do ask Becky if there's ever any questions of what kind of information you can share about mapping that you're doing. It shouldn't be an issue, but just in case there's ever any like personal information that somehow is involved in the mapping, just double check with her on what you share about that. And please only share about your colleagues, other data quality interns, with their permission. So just like I'm asking you now, is it okay if I share about your experiences? Like if you have a conversation with, say, Supath, don't just immediately go and share the exact contents of that conversation you had with Supath on social media without getting their permission first. So please do respect each other's privacy if you're going to share stuff about the internship on social media. Are there any other questions at this time?
No questions in the chat.
Okay.
Hi, I have two questions.
Yes, go ahead.
The first one is related to the post for the data quality internship. And I sent my bio and my picture, but I'm not featured, so I don't know if it's being updated, or I was just wondering if I'll be featured there. And the second one is because I'm in Mexico. The session you had, the session you had with end of the week catch up, I couldn't attend because it was 2 a.m. So I was wondering if there will be another session in today or tomorrow, or if it's only once a week. Thank you.
Becky can answer that second question, but for the first question, I will try to get your information updated on the internship post right away. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Actually, Ben, I wanted to mention that to you. There are about, I think, 4 of them that are not there. Maybe she'll talk about this later off the call. To just answer the second questions, apologies. Today we were supposed to have 2 sessions, but unfortunately, because we had been session later on, we couldn't make it. But moving forward, we are going to be having 2 sessions for catch up, so no worries. Maybe I can share the Jamboard with you in case you have any feedback. You can just type it in there. Yeah. There's another question. When could we start our publications, our experience during the internship on social media? It's in the chat.
We next week we can start. We're almost done with this week, but particularly for next week, if there's anything you'd like to share about your experiences, please go ahead and flag me, like send me a note on Slack or by email. And also starting next week, I will start looking through the scrapbooks of those of you who indicate that you are interested in having your experiences featured on HOTS communication channels. And also, just once again, I will share my email address. And if you have any further questions or anything, if you want questions for clarification, or if you just really want to share something that you would love to have featured on social media or in a blog, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm at Benjamin Dills on Slack, and I just shared in the chat channel here my email address.
Well, hello, Ben. I just wanted to ask on the third question, I haven't linked the scrapbook to my Twitter or LinkedIn account yet, but I was wondering if I could take it in advance and I'll do it after the meeting.
Oh, yes, you can do it after the meeting. Because this is a relatively short meeting, I like giving people the opportunity to just go ahead and fill out that form right away, so they don't have to think about it later. But if you want to fill it out later, that's totally fine.
In case there are there any questions? All right. In case there are no questions, I would like to thank Ben. Thank you so much for coming and making everything clear to us, because I was getting some of those questions, but now everything is much, much clearer. And yeah, if you want to reach out to Ben, he has shared all his details. Otherwise, thank you everyone and have a great day.
Take care all and have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.